Hey, it's Mr. Kane here, and just want to welcome you all to your year of science. This little clip's just to run you through what this year will be like and how it differs from what you've had before and what to expect into the future. So science, so far. If you've been here at Hornby High School in years 7 and 8, you've had your science experiences and tried different things out and visited some of the science labs and done some basic experiments, and but you haven't yet had a full year of the subject. If you've just arrived at school into year 9, this is where we're heading for now. Year 9 science, 3 periods a week at year 9, and that'll be followed by 4 periods a week at year 10, and that's your junior science program here at Hornby High School. A range of topics, and you'll meet those as we go along. The year 9 and 10 science build on what you had at year 7 and 8, but if you didn't do 7 and 8 here, it doesn't really matter. And they're actually not separate courses, year 9 and 10. Year 10 follows on from year 9 and completes a whole series of topics that prepares your foundation for level 1 science, the first year of NCEA. And here you've got 3 major areas of science to look at: your biology, your chemistry and your physics. And as you follow through, you get through level 1, you've succeeded that year, you've passed on, and you move up level 2. The course actually splits and you get to choose whether you're going to take biology, chemistry or physics, or all 3 of those you can take as level 2 subjects to the full sciences. And then the same at level 3, year 13 level, level 3 bio, level 3 chemistry and level 3 physics. And that's your NCEA subject. So level 1 is one complete subject, which then splits into level 2 bio or chemistry or physics, which you can then follow on. Depending how well you do at level 1, what you'll be able to do at level 2. So obviously if you're not so flash at chemistry, then you won't be able to take that pathway, but if you're still okay at physics and biology, you can follow those pathways on. So back to year 9, how does that look like? We're going to have a workbook for you. Saves you a lot of your own writing. We expect you to do some writing perhaps in this book and also on a blog as we go through, but the workbook will look something like this. SciPad, it's about $18 to $20 at the current prices. That possibly will go up as the years progress, and this is a book number 1. It'll look something like this, and you can see on the cover there's 9 topics you'll meet this year. Of course, that's followed by book 2 the next year, and you can see 9 more topics on the cover of that one. There's another book at level 1, and then as you get to the senior sciences, level 2 and level 3, there's actually 2 workbooks, one for the internal achievement standards that you do and one for the externals. And each subject there, each biochemistry, physics, has their own pair of workbooks at each level, but you'll be primarily associated with the year 9 one, the big white one you can see in front of you there. Throughout the year you will be assessed. Sorry, there's always going to be tests for you. In fact, you'll start the year with a test. The first thing you'll probably do is this, what we call TWE, or Thinking with Evidence, and that's one you'll do at the start of the year. If you've been here at year 7 and 8, it'll be familiar to you. You've done one at the start of each of year 7 and 8, and you do the same test at the end of each year. It's how we measure some of the progress that you've made throughout the year. However, year 9, you'll also do end of topic tests, and these are found in your workbook. So your workbook has all the tests in it. As you work the way through, you'll get to see the tests that you're about to do. And we encourage you, and we actually guide you through vision time beforehand, so you can practice the questions before you get to meet the test. And that's good practice for the future, revising and practicing the questions you're going to meet in the tests. We also look at your practical work. You know, that science isn't all just about writing in books, it's about doing stuff as well. We watch how well you work in the lab. You know, are you following the instructions? Are you doing what's supposed to be done the way it's supposed to be done? And posts on your blog as well. We encourage you to take photos or video clips of the experiments that you make or do here in the science lab and post it on your blog. This is a way of sharing what you've done with people at home or all around the whole planet, in fact. And from time to time I'll be looking at that, and I'll also comment on there and that goes towards your practical work mark. We look at your book work. Yes, you still have to do some of this. Is your written work up to date? You're using all the tools that you've been given to do. And are you looking after your workbook? It's a resource. As you can see, there's a sequence of workbooks from year 9 right through to year 13. So the year 9 book will be useful at year 10. In fact, some of the year 11 assessments I give use some of the stuff in the year 9 book. So look after it, you'll need it. All these marks get combined into a percentage, and that gets into a 1 to 10 scale for your not achieve, your achieve, your merit or excellence ratings, N, A, M and E. And then at the very end of the year we do a big exam, well not a big exam, big for you guys perhaps at year 9, but not so big once you get to the 3-hour exams, year 11 and 12 and 13. And you also repeat the exact same thinking with evidence test that you did at the start of the year. So you do that at the end of the year in term 4. Your NAME ratings, okay, this is how they fit into things. So below 40% or 3.9 and below, that's what we call a not achieve. You're not doing well enough, and it relates to a curriculum level of 1 or 2, which is below where you're supposed to be at in year 9. The achieved, 40 through to 70%. And of course you've got your low achieved, high achieved, and in the middle. And that's level 3 on the curriculum, and it equates to a score out of 10 of 4, 5 or 6. And then there's your merit and excellence ratings. Top 10 people, excellence. But I think everyone is capable of and should be aiming for merit. I also run a blog. That's the blog address you can see on the screen there, and into that blog I do weekly posts on each class that I teach, each level that I teach, and into those posts I look at the work that's been covered. What pages should you have done in the workbook? What experiments should you have done? If you've been away home sick or have missed out, you can look at the blog spot and catch up with the work that should have been done. Of course, practical work you'll need to catch up somehow in the lab, but there'll be time made to do that if you want to. Any websites I've used, any video clips I've used, there'll be links on the blog to those, so you can go and rewind them, replay them, look at them again as often as you like, and they're also useful in your learning as well. Eventually video clips like this will be placed onto a website. It's going to be linked to the school site, and that will also be in use to aid your learning. As I develop that, there'll be PowerPoints and other exercises on there for you guys to do. So thanks very much for watching. I hope this has sort of been a good introduction to what year 9 and the following years will bring, and good luck. We'll see you in class.